Hello everybody, Gamer Penny here, bringing you another episode of our Final Fantasy XIV online Let's Play, and we are back after vacation. So I was gone for a little bit. I went on vacation with my mom and my nephew and his fiance. We went on an Alaskan cruise, so of course I did not game during that vacation, and I was planning on getting some videos recorded before I went, but that did not happen. I was busy packing and making sure work was taken care of and everything. So, apologize for no videos, but I did have a very good vacation. We could talk a little bit about it. I did post some pictures on the channel if you're interested, just like 4 little pictures of some of the sights and scenery that we saw. But I'm really excited to get back into Final Fantasy XIV. So, let's get started here. We are going to do a welcome guest, so we need to go to a Journey's Inn at Journey's Head. We'll head there. There's not any, like, campaigns going on. What's the callback campaign? Is that the, like, recruit a friend? Yeah. Okay, so we won't do that. I just wanted to make sure there's no, Did I get a chance to finish the one that was out? I feel like... Why do I not have this anyway? Tomorrow and tomorrow... I had to have finished something, right? Like I didn't miss a holiday in the mix? I might have. I don't know. Alright, well, let's go ahead and continue on. We'll talk to Beck Luke. See where the story takes us. Oh, hey friend. So this is Halric, is it? Yes, his aether balance leans perilously toward the light. Toward stasis. What do you suppose will happen to him? Not too bright, are you, boy? Rude. The same as all poor souls corrupted by the light. He will become a sin-eater. You don't know that. We've defeated the wardens and banished the light from the night sky. Halric was completely unresponsive before, but now... Mumble. Talking to himself? Then perhaps there is yet hope. If I may, there is a treatment I wish to administer to the patients. What sort of treatment? In the course of my studies of the soul, I once created a tonic which could temporarily stimulate the aether in one's body. After some refinement, it came to be used by the Knights of Voivert. Then for far darker purposes. Lest it fall into the wrong hands, I swore never again to make it. But for their sakes, I will break that oath. Oh, thank you. It is not like to reverse the stagnation, mind you, but it should offer some measure of relief. Treat the patients with a soul tonic. Bonel. You okay? What is this warmth I feel in my chest? Aw. Hey, Todden. Todden stares blankly at you. It would seem the tonic had no effect. It sucks. And then... We're not gonna give it to the kid? Voin. I feel warm, and my legs, they don't feel as heavy. So are they not going to turn into sin-eaters anymore, or should we still be worried about that? I feel like that's a pretty big thing we should know. Now then, have you noted any change in the patients? A notable rise in body temperature and increased motor function, in most of the patients at least. The more severely afflicted show no response. As I feared, then. 'Tis true that with the restoration of night, the corrupting influence of light will no longer grow, and yes, their bodies will naturally return to equilibrium given time. But this holds true only for their corporeal aether. Their incorporeal aether, that of the soul, is not so easily mended. Which is why those in the later stages of corruption, like Howrick, appear unaffected by your tonic. Precisely. The boy's soul is too far gone, his mind held together by the finest of threads. There's a chance he may one day recover, of course, but it could take years, decades even. By the gods, he could wake to find himself an old man. That would suck. A fine reward for his persistence, the opportunity to mourn the life he never had a chance to live. No, there must be something we can do. Look, I realize this is not why we petitioned your aid, but do you think it possible we can find a way to hasten their recovery? Maybe. Nor do I think it impossible that in treating them we might learn something of relevance to your own predicament. Cool. King Salmon. I just want money. I debated the salmon for a second. Just give me the coin. Alright, let's pick up the next quest. Voiced? Of course not. I suspect the Crystal Exarch has told you of my past, that I was once a mage of the royal court of Voibert, and that soulcraft was my field of study. The tonic you administered to the patients here is one of the fruits of my labors. I hope to do great things for the kingdom. But in the end, my knowledge brought only suffering, a plague the like of which none had ever seen. In the hands of unscrupulous men, what should have been my greatest triumph instead became my greatest shame. And now you have a chance to redeem yourself. That I do. A comforting thought indeed. But let us return to the task at hand, finding a means by which we might revitalize these people's incorporeal aether. Do you think it can be done? Were the sky still ablaze with primordial light, I would call it an exercise in futility. But now we may have a chance. The method I have in mind will entail the conjuring of a familiar. They are able to amplify the energies poured into them, making them the perfect conduit for the aether revitalizing magics we will ultimately employ. If you're about to launch into a lengthy explanation of the metaphysics of your plan, don't bother. I'd rather get on with doing whatever it is that needs to be done if it's all the same to you. Whatever reagents must be procured, our spells invoked, I'll do it. Hey, yeah, I agree. I admire your spirit. Very well, your first task will be to gather the necessary materials. The purest of waters and finest of clays, as well as a fey lantern brimming with pixie magic. You're convinced the resulting familiar could help the patients? Fine. Elfino, the water and clay will be simple enough, but I think you know what we'll have to do to get the lantern. You don't mean... You gotta go back to the pixies. The pixies took quite a liking to us before. If we humor them with our company, I'm sure they'll be willing to help us. ... Fine, we'll pay a visit to Ilmeg, though I never thought you would be the one to suggest going back there. I'm impressed you've been there at all, let alone befriended the Fey folk. Oh, while you're about it, seek out the new Mo of Pla Eni. They will be able to supply you the water suitable for our needs. Right, let's get this over with then, shall we? Okay, bye, good luck. There still remains the matter of the clay. Might it prevail upon you to find it? Yeah, man, I'll get it. I'll get some clay. Where from? Speak with Beck Lug. Clay from Amarang would likely be best. Know you of anyone who might be able to assist us? Miners? Ah, yes, they will be able to point you in the right direction, I am sure. While you and the twins are occupied, I will see if there's aught else I can learn of the stagnation which afflicts the people here. Alright, cool. So we'll go and do that. So, vacation. So we went on a cruise with Royal Caribbean. Went up to Vancouver and then sailed out of there and stopped in, I believe, 4 different places. We stopped in Ketchikan was the first stop, and then Sitka. What came after that? Ketchikan, Sitka. So in Ketchikan, we just walked around. We went to like a totem museum and stuff. Sitka, we actually went river rafting up to a glacier. It was quite fun. The next port, which I cannot remember the name of, well, we went on a train ride. A scenic train ride, and saw the old like Yukon Trail and everything, where people took from, you know, to get from Seattle to Alaska for the Yukon. And then the final stop, we literally did very little. We were very tired by that point, so there's a lot of walking and hiking. And then when we finally got off near Anchorage, it's actually in Seward, Alaska, and we took an all-day bus tour, which went on some hiking trails. We saw a glacier, and we ended by going to an animal preserve and up to Alyeska, which is a ski resort up near Anchorage. So then we spent the night in Anchorage and flew home. So all in all, it was you know, a very, very, very fun trip. I would recommend, if you've never been on an Alaskan cruise, to go on one if you have enough money. If you ever get the chance to. It's not a vacation that I thought I would like, because I'm usually, you know, Caribbean. I want to go to the beach. I want to go swimming and snorkeling and be scared of sharks and drink my pina coladas. But this one was very, very fun, and it might have been the people I was with, and, you know, just that we needed a vacation after COVID and then Dad passing away, but we had a great time. So, like I said, I would recommend an Alaskan cruise to anyone who would be interested in some sights, good hiking. If you like eating fish, honestly, I ate more fish, and I'm not a fish eater, but we had a lot of good cod dinners, so it was fun. Vesper, well, what a coincidence. You've come at a good time. We've just this moment finished repairing the Talos, and trolley you lot took to Nabatharang. The trolley was no trouble, but the Talos would have been another matter, had we not had a visit from Master Chai. He offered us a share of the leftover building materials from Daedalus Stoneworks, as well as a few trade secrets to help us along. Clever man, that Chai News. He seemed pretty keen on the ideas I had for putting the giant Talos to work. Like a giant trolley, but Magna still refuses to see all the good we could do with it. You're entitled to your dreams, Jarek, but that doesn't mean you can go harassing our guests with them. Master Chai was just being polite. I would have liked to have seen that cutscene. And something tells me Vesper here didn't come... Oh, and something tells me Vesper here didn't come all this way to talk about trolleys. What is it you need, friend? I need some clay. Some pure clay. I see. And this familiar requires clay from Amarang. Well, look no further. If anyone can find you some quality clay, it's us. Saying that, it isn't exactly a commodity nowadays, but there must be some lurking somewhere or other, waiting to be dug up. If I'm not mistaken, there was a time when they used to take clay from Mount Biran mines to make Adobe bricks. Place is swarming with coyotes now, but if you're after the good stuff, you could do worse than to look there. Alright, I'll head that way. And then the other thing that we did on vacation is on the ship, they always have shows that you can go to at night. I racked up a pretty hefty barbell, I must admit. I would have been better off probably purchasing the drink package, but I didn't. So I'll remember that for next time. But they have shows, and one of the shows was actually a really cool Elton John tribute. And that was a lot of fun. I had so much fun on the vacation. It was one of the best, like, vacations I've been on. And again, it was probably because we just absolutely needed it. We needed to get out and, you know, do something to remember that there was life outside this house. And everything, you know, every memory that we have in it for the past 2.5 years that have been not so great. So it was good to get out and see the world, I guess. And I even told my mom I wanted to become a mountain man at some point. I was like, oh, I missed my calling to be a mountain man. Where's wing sauce? Because I would have loved. I tried to just. You guys didn't see that. I would have loved to have like spent time in the Alaskan wilderness, and I don't know. I know it's not easy up there, and I would hate winter after a while, but dang, was it nice. Get out of the way, picking up that. There we go. Alright, I got the clay. Let's go back. So before I went on vacation, the new patch came out for Final Fantasy that introduced the new story, continuation of the story, and introduced what's away with the fairy? These both the I'll find that out later. But and introduced the new island sanctuaries. I spent a lot of time doing island sanctuaries, guys, I'm not gonna lie. It might be some of the reason why I didn't have recorded videos ready, is I was just, you know, grinding out the levels. I didn't quite get to level 10 before I left, but I think I was at, you know, island sanctuary rank 7 or something. So I did enough. It's a good time, and it's so, like, mindless. And then I had the little, like, calendar up, and when the times of the rare spawns came and stuff. It was fun. It was good. So if you haven't checked those out, even if you don't think you're gonna like it, I would give it a try. Because I wasn't sure about it, and then I did it for like 15 minutes, and I was like, yep. You want to do this. This is fun. So, the twins have returned, and in one piece at that. I was convinced the pixies would turn at least one of them into a garden ornament, but no. You have the clay, I take it? I do. Wonderful. We need but combine the clay and the water, then heat the mixture with the Fey Lantern. After that, it will be a simple matter of settling upon a suitable form and performing the necessary incantation. Beklug, I have a question. In the event that we had need of this spell and you weren't around, would it be possible for another to perform the incantation? Assuming they possessed the requisite skill, yes. Halric and the others have suffered so much, and I swore to do everything in my power to save them. If there is a chance the spell could do that, I would be the one to invoke it. And she wants to bring it home, too, right? To that little goblin friend of ours? Mayhap you should be the one to do so. A deep understanding of the subject's physical state, combined with a strong desire to help them, can drastically increase the magic's effect. And you are plainly more familiar with these people than I. I dare say there are a few in all of Norvrant with more dedicated to finding a cure. Is that not so, Vesper? But Ott should go awry, I'll see what I can do. Oh, absolutely, she's the best woman for the job. I'll give it my all, for Halric, for Tesleen. Aw, I forgot about Tesleen. Why you gotta remind me of bad moments? Then we are all of a mind on the matter. Alice shall be the one to conjure the familiar. You go, Alice. Voiced?
Let us begin.
Okay.
I trust you've prepared the clay?
Yeah, I have. Look at that lump.
Very good. Now, I would have you sculpt for me a porksy.
Wait. Wait.
plump, with floppy ears and a short curly tail.
A porksy. I think I know what you mean.
Okay. I know, I have one as a mount, I'll say, if you need a reference.
There we are. How's that?
What is that? What is that? Alice.
Well, it is certainly creative. There's no denying
Alfie,
that.
oh, she's gonna beat you up, man. Look at us, we're like, I can't believe you're laughing.
Yes, yes, I'm no artist. Very funny.
Pay him no mind, child. Though it may look like a grotesque parody of reality, it is what the invoker believes that matters.
I love she didn't even hesitate to say a grotesque parody of reality.
You're not helping.
So good.
But I speak the truth. If successful, this incantation will turn imagination into reality.
But does it have to be a porksy? Like, what if she envisions like a behemoth or something? Would that be something?
Which is why the only thing of import is what you believe this figure embodies. You must focus. Hold the porksy's image steady in your mind's eye.
I'm gonna be thinking of behemoth. I don't know.
Now then, as I taught you, relax and allow your energies to flow.
With flesh of clay I bid thee rise, on wings of dreams to touch the skies. What once was idle fantasy, I call forth to reality.
A porksy, so cute. You did it. He looks sad.
Not bad for a first attempt. Now, let us see what can be done for young Halric.
So, I have a question. Is the scholar pets and the summoner pets, are those familiars? I kind of know the story of the summoner, although I did skip through it quite a bit. But, I know this is not the last time we're gonna see familiars, but I was thinking, I asked a while ago, like, what new class could be introduced, and I wanted a pet class, and I'm wondering if familiars might be the way to do that. Someone also in the comments mentioned a puppeteer, and that would have been sick. Like, hey, Alfie, I want to know what he says.
Through the operation of the magics you invoked to animate this familiar, it is now replete with the energies required to stir the boy's soul.
Okay.
You need but give it a name, and it will do as your heart desires.
Ooh, what are we naming it?
A name.
I forget what she names it.
All right, I've decided. Now. Go, Angelo!
Angelo. Ding. You good, Halric? Oh. Alric.
Mother...
Where did his mom die? Oh, honey. Did it not work? Why don't I remember what happens with Alric? Wait, did it not work, or? That's so sad. How is he, Becklug? Did it work? Wait, I'm like conflicted because he's like, yes, we want him to like live and have a life and be conscious and everything, but man, he's gonna be traumatized. Like, we should have thought of that part, maybe. I believe it did. You and your fledgling familiar have done well. If my eyes do not deceive, a hint of color has returned to his soul. Gods, I would jump for joy if I weren't so exhausted. We're so close now, Halric. As you are even now in the process of discovering, this magic asks much of the invoker. What you may not have realized is that the same is also true of the subject. As such, we must proceed with caution. However, with further treatment, I have the utmost confidence the boy will make a full recovery. Observing the reanimation of his stagnant soul has been most enlightening. I will need time to put my theories to the proof, but I believe I can fashion a spell to produce the opposite effect. That is, to induce stagnation. Why would we want that? Thus enabling our safe transport. Oh, that's right. Okay. Okay, I got you. I was like, that can only be used for malicious intent, but I remember now. Hello, White Orsite. Yep. A thought occurred to me about this treatment. Becklug said when the soul is rendered dormant, the mind is separated from the body, that a person becomes incapable of interacting with the world around them. Does that not sound a lot like some of the tempered back in the source? Oh. Not really. Oh, for no, do you have to... Is it the fate of most tempered to become slaves to primals? Save in a handful of cases, or am I missing something? If I can master this technique, the art of revitalizing the soul, I know of at least one in the source who could desperately use such treatment. Gabu. The little goblin guy. Exactly. His condition is uncannily similar to Halric's, is it not? The only difference being that his soul was suffused with earth aspect aether instead of light. It follows that if his soul is subject to a similar kind of stagnation, there may be a chance we can save him, right? Forgive me, but who is this Gabu fellow of whom you speak? A Gabi. A cute little Gabi. I see. His condition does sound similar, yet there is much and more about the soul that remains unknown even to me. I say this not to discourage you, you understand, but to remind you that this is delicate work we do here. Work requiring patience. Of course. And as long as there is hope for the patients here, I will devote whatever time is needed to see this through. But I refuse to spend that time in idleness. If it's all the same to you, I'd like to stay here with Angelo and continue with their treatment. The two of you should return to the Crystarium with Becklug, and see if you can't make some headway with their newly posited theories? I don't know if I've heard posited before. I will tell you to rest first, but I see you're not going to be convinced. Ah, the fire of youth. Let us return to the Crystarium then. Okay. Finally, I found you. Uh-oh. Hey! Kaishir! Kaishir, what are you doing all the way out here? There's trouble back in Yulmore. Lady Chai is beside herself. Sighing, pacing, the whole lot. Near enough begged me to go and find you. Sighing and pacing, you say? It must be urgent. I take it I will be returning to the Crystarium alone. Go on then. It's not as if I have anything for you to do. Thank you, Becklug. Yeah, thanks, man. Alright, I wonder what... Sorry for bothering you and all that, but she says the future of Yulmore is at stake. Interesting. Our boy, Kai Shear. He might have my favorite name out of all the characters in the game. Because it reminds me of Shere Khan from the Jungle Book. Lady Chai's up in the parlor. Best not keep her waiting, eh? Alright. Now we go to Yulmore. So I would like to go there. Okay. Oh, this guy looks sick. He looks cool. Yeah. Isn't this her? No. It's going different. Wow, where is everyone? This is the most dead I've ever seen, the Crystarium. They must all be doing the new raiding. Well, Not Here seems out of the ordinary. They do not see Lady Chai anywhere. Probably pacing around outside again, staring off into the distance and all that, sighing. Strange. Let's see if we can find her and discover the source of her distress. Okay. Before we do that, do I have any ventures? Where do I see that? Oh my god. I have so many. Let's do this. Oh my god, we got a minion. A melon. Okay. And then we'll do the next one. Ooh. Copper. But I would like you to do a quick... Why can't I do... What level are you? Not... Oh, I think they need to be 10. Okay, we'll do then this. Okay. Let me learn that melon minion. Wait. I need to see. I need to see the melon minion. Hold on. Where are you at? Where'd I get all these? That's from Christmas. Melon. Sorry, baby behemoth. Need to have a... It's literally just a melon. Does it roll? Oh my god. Perfect. Alright. Alright. It's gonna follow us around for a little bit. Get out of here! Possessed melon. Alright, we need to find Lady Chai. Oh, Julio, what's the matter? She loves Alfino so much.
Oh, thank heavens you're here.
Lady Chai, whatever is the matter?
I knew not where else to turn. Oh, this is all too much for my poor heart to bear alone.
What's the matter?
Alone? What of Master Chai?
But that is the very reason I summoned you. He's gone.
What? Wait, I don't remember this.
What? What happened?
It all began after the events at Mount Golg. With Lord Vorthry out of the way, we all agreed that a new leader must be chosen.
And so you held an election?
Yes, well, sort of. Not a single person volunteered to stand, you see.
Huh.
After a lifetime of leisure, we free citizens have grown somewhat indolent. Readapting to the harsh realities of life is trying enough, but to take charge of a broken city as well...
No one wanted such responsibility.
I mean, I don't blame them, to be honest.
Nevertheless, Yulmore could not well do without a leader, and so we decided that anyone and everyone should be considered a candidate. And after we cast our ballots and tallied the votes, the mayorship fell upon my dear husband.
He probably did not want that at all.
Well, given the manner in which he orchestrated the construction of the giant Talos, none could deny his leadership qualities.
But even before then, he had proven himself at Daedalus Stoneworks, don't forget. He is more than qualified for the role. The perfect choice.
Seems a bit disinterested in it, though.
Indeed. I told him as much when his victory was first announced. But perhaps I was too forceful in my attempt to encourage him. For shortly after that, he vanished without a word.
You know, as much as I like the guy, if he just, like, worried his wife for no reason, like, and just left without telling her and didn't have, like, something he was going to do, I'm a little upset with him. 'Cause she's so sweet. There had to be a reason.
You believe he was so daunted by the burden of leadership that he felt compelled to flee? Please, Lady Chai, dry your eyes. Your husband does not strike me as the sort of man who would abandon his duty, much less his beloved wife.
Especially
there
the
has to be some
one.
other reason for his absence.
I agree.
You truly think so?
Yeah. If not, we'll just give him a smack on the head. And then
What
he'll come right
about
back.
you? What do you think has become of my husband?
Do we have an option to be a jerk here? I'm not gonna do it. I don't know, but whatever it is. Sorry to think he's fled. No, I don't know, but whatever it is, he won't have fled. If not just for the, like Alfino said, if not just for the job, he wouldn't leave Dulia.
And there you have it, Lady Chai. You needn't worry. Master Chai loves you more than all the world, and he will return.
Just doing something. But he should have told her what.
Wherever he may have gone, rest assured we will find him.
Yeah. Yeah, and Kaishira's gonna come. Okay.
Thank you, my dear boy. You have set my mind at ease. I will trust in my husband and await his return.
I love her. She's so cool. Yeah, I forget why he left. But it better be for a good reason. Or we're gonna give him a stern talking to. Elfino, why are you looking at my melon? For all his comforting words, Elfino is plainly troubled. Makes no sense for Master Chai to have left without a word, but even if he had, he would not have done so unobserved. Someone here will have seen something, I'm sure of it. We should split up and inquire as to whether anyone saw him leave, or, failing that, they have any idea where he might have gone. We'll meet you at the Glory Gate to compare notes later on. Okay. Donned his outfit. Hey. Master Chai. Why yes, I spoke with him recently. Though I recall— oh, the melon split! I saw it! Though I recall he was in a rather dour mood, concerned about Eulmore's neglect of industry, you see. With Lord Vothry's apparently inexhaustible stores of meal, and no great need for money, it's little wonder our businesses were all but forgotten under his rule. Look, there he is. But I assured Master Chai that the Boutique of Splendors will do all it can to contribute to the revival of trade here in Eulmore, which seemed to satisfy him, and he took his leave soon after. I just realized this is supposed to be like Rowena. I'm very slow. I'm so sorry. Stagnant state of business. Okay. Gather information in the buttress. Buttress. We'll just go here. And go up one. Let's go to the bus. White. The Beatrice is up, correct? Down. Okay. I've made a mistake. I gotta go up to go down. Huge. There, I think I gotta... What the heck? How do you get out of here? I gotta go over here. Did I like miss the exit? Why am I so confused? I had to have. No, we're here. I got it. I don't know why that confused me so much. I think because it looks like there's passage here, but those are the jail cells. Yeah, you can see the faint line there. Got it. Got it. Finding my way. Making my way downtown. Looking for Mr. Chai, are you? Is something amiss? When last I saw him, he seemed ready to collapse from exhaustion. I insisted he rest and catch his breath, and he talked for a while, about his concerns over the city's defenses, amongst other things. He made more than a few valid points. Many of our men are still recovering after a confrontation with Lord Bothri, and finding General Ranjit in a heap in the middle of the plaza shook us all to the core. The man commanded no small amount of loyalty, and some of our longest-serving soldiers seemed lost without him. Indeed, a number of them left. Not that we blame you, of course. Without you and yours, we would still be blind to the error of our ways. Anyway, funding permitting, I propose replenishing our ranks with volunteers from the derelicts and Gate Town. We have a duty to protect not only Yulmore, you see, but the surrounding regions of Calusia as well. And I, for one, would welcome any man or woman willing to take up arms for that cause. Indeed, I told him as much, and he seemed relieved to hear it. It was on that note that we parted ways. He headed outside, as I recall. So he's very much doing stuff for Yulmore. I think he took his job very seriously. Like, he got hired and, thought that said Xeno. So I was like, what? What's he doing here? What's this? Oh, striking tree. Let me go grab that real quick. I don't need that. I'm not gonna do any of that stuff. Academia Ander. I think that's a dungeon. We'll go get that too. Yep, and another striking opportunity, blah blah blah. Okay. Oh, can't mount. I'm gonna run. So I'm gonna go get this, and I think that's a dungeon. It sounds like a dungeon. Zia Bost. This guy, how's he doing? Got a nice little setup there. We'll grab this really quick, and then I'm not gonna do it, but I will pick it up. Oh, that's for sure. Ah, Land Dweller. You were one of the Ancients' messengers, yes? How fortunate I have found you. We need your help. Ever since the Abyss was lit with the city's lanterns, a great beast the likes of which we have never seen has begun hunting near the cups. It thrashes and gnashes with its cavernous maw, leaving nothing but tattered flesh in its wake. The eldest of the Ath fear it is an omen, a harbinger of our people's destruction. We have angered the Ancients? We cannot know. We dare not enter their sacred abode without first receiving their blessing. That is why I came to this town of Land Dwellers, to seek those who had helped us before, and here you are. Please, enter the ancient city once more, speak with them, and learn what we have done to earn their ire. Blah 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 Okay. But what I really am looking for is you. Hi, I recall a man fitting that description, asked to speak with the poor buggers lately come from Right. Said he wanted to know the state of things down in the derelicts, and you can be sure we gave him an earful. Lack of food, medicine, clothing, there was plenty to tell. We hunt high and low for whatever we can scavenge, and it's barely enough to fill our bellies. But folk here don't just want to survive, they want to thrive. When we heard that, he started mumbling to himself, something about finding us work, I think. Fair play to him, though. Not content with having his ear chewed about the derelicts, he asked about the other settlements and all. After that, I can't really say. Looked like he was headed for Gate Town when last I saw him. Yeah, I think he's taking care of everyone. He's trying to scope out the state of everything. I mean, and there's no reason these people should be living out here in these anymore. Tuishir. Any relation to Kaishir? Hey, y'all. Ah, there you are. How did you fare? Have you learned anything which might offer a clue to Master Chai's whereabouts? Yeah, I got these 3 tickets. Interesting. He apparently paid a visit to the Queen Bee as well. They discussed the possibility of granting admission to customers from outside Yulmore, an idea to which the proprietor was surprisingly receptive. Sounds like he's got big plans for the place. Yulmore, I mean, not the bee. Perhaps, but the question remains, where did he go after leaving the city? I don't know. I would like to find out, though. All we know for certain is that Master Chai has shown great concern not only for Yulmore, but its surrounding settlements. It seems logical, then, that having consulted those within the city walls, he would wish to do the same to those without. Vesper, if you would go and make inquiries in Right, I shall do likewise in Stilltide. Gate Town I leave to you, Kaishir. Fair enough. Where should we meet when we finished? Well, Top Run would seem to me to be his next most likely destination. Let us reconvene there. With any luck, one of us will have stumbled upon him by then, but if not, we will be well suited to continue our search. Okay. Hello, friend. That's not where I want to go. It is where I want to go. Why did I not realize that Gate Town wasn't, like, right? I'd never realized there was this bridge here. I don't know why. I thought this was straight up. Has that always been there? Guys, has that always... That has to be new. Why did I never notice that? Alright, let me turn this in and then we will go find the dude. Hail, Sinner Wilmette. This is for the... what do you mean? Quentin striking. I don't do these. I should probably, but... Thank you. Now, I do have flying, I think? Yes. And he wanted me to go to... where? Oh, right over here. Okay. I also see this. A scandal! Ooh. I love me a good scandal. We'll go do that next time, because we are almost at the end, but I wanted to see if we could find him before we wrap up. Passed a lot. Hey, friend. No, the name doesn't ring any bells, but there was a rather dapper-looking Mistel gentleman here not long ago. He wanted to talk about relations between Right and Yulmore, or rather lack of them. We lost a great many people to the promises of Mule and the chance of a lavish life among the free. and Vothri thought to take even more from us, conscripting the few able-bodied men we had left to guard his paradise. I needn't tell you what happened when the Sea Eaters came. Such things are hard to forgive. But Vothri's gone now, and we're curious to see what will become of Yulmore in his absence. That's what I told your friend. Shy News, was it? And I'm sure the others said the same. Not what he wanted to hear, I suppose, because he left soon after. And that was that. Interesting. Basically told him no. Why would they tell him no? I mean, I understand, I suppose, but it's a new dawn. It's a new day. I guess that was always there, the bridge. That threw me for a loop. My judgment of space never included a bridge there. Alright, Elfino. So, he paid a visit to both Wright and Gatetown as well, did he? I see. Kaishir and I gleaned much the same. He seems determined to salvage what goodwill might yet remain among the settlements of Calusia, the only likely place he has left to go being Amity. Come, if we are quick, we may yet catch up with him. Yeah, he's doing something good. The man does something good. Amity. What about the goblins? That's not Stillblade, is it? No, he should go seek out the goblins. See if they want to be in cahoots. Hello, everybody. Chai! You have worried your wife. He looks lost in thought. Chai news! I wish we would shake our finger at him. Hey, friend. Vesper, Alfino, Kaishir, what are you doing here? We might ask you the same, Master Chai. We have been looking all over for you. Looking for me? Whatever for? Lady Chai has been nigh inconsolable in your absence. She claims you disappeared without so much as a word, and bade us return you to her side. What in blazes are you talking about? I left a letter for her in our chambers. Though I suppose she could have overlooked it. And when she gets an idea into her head... I can only apologize. No harm done, Master Chai. But since we are here, might I ask what compelled you to come all this way? We were told you had been elected mayor, and from what we have gathered from the nearby villages, you have been inquiring about the people's grievances. Is it safe to assume you mean to take office? Now, let's not jump to conclusions. I did seek to learn about the problems faced by the people of Calusia. That much is true. But I am by no means sure I am the man to solve them. Tackling our many challenges will require resources, and until I have secured them, it would not be right to assume the role of mayor. I see. And you believe said resources can be found here? Indeed. The people's grievances are many, but in the course of my inquiries I have already met with several individuals willing to lend their aid in addressing them. However, there remains one individual crucial to my plans, a man whose counsel might yet make a mayor of me. With respect, such forethought is, in itself, proof of your suitability. The city needs you, Master Chai, and I am certain this man of whom you speak, whoever he may be, will reach the same conclusion. For what little it is worth, we will vouch for you should he require convincing. Is it the guy he threw off the... We believe in you, Master Chai. I don't know what to say. You don't need to say anything. You've got your actions to speak for you. You tell him, Kaishir. For as long as I can remember, all I ever wanted was to make it into Yulmore. But that dream's gone now. Burst like a bubble, or a boil, more like. Anyway, outside of repaying Master Elfino, I haven't had a clue what to do with myself. Spent most days in a daze. But you've been running up and down trying to find a way to fix this mess for everyone. And I reckon you can do it. You got this lot up Mount Gould, didn't you? How hard could mayoring be? You're going to steer Yulmore to a better future, I know it. And I want to help, properly help. Do something that makes a difference. I don't know what it is yet, but I'll work it out on the way. If you let me come with you, that is. You give me entirely too much credit, the lot of you, but I can't deny it gives me heart. Come then, let us press on together. Yay! Thank you, Master Chai. But we mustn't get ahead of ourselves. Yulmore needs more than a man with good intentions, which is why I'm here, to find one with the experience needed to see the city thrive. Who is this man exactly? And are you certain he's here in Amity? Rendon is his name, and yes, he is. Or was. I had scarcely begun to explain myself when he decided this time was better spent elsewhere. He served as chief advisor to Vathri's father when he was in office. If Ranjit was the mayor's right hand, one might say Rendon was the left. And between them, they kept Yulmore on the road to prosperity. The city needs more than a mere man of business, which is why I must find him. Have we met Rendon? But even if you do, what makes you think he will listen? Before giving chase, might it not be wise to speak with those who know him, here in Amity? They may be able to shed some light on his reason for rejecting your overtures out of hand. Yes, I suppose that makes sense. Perhaps we should start with Tristol, then. As I recall, you made rather a favorable impression on him. Certain he would be willing to talk to us. You sure he's not bitter for you throwing him off the Yulmore thing? Alright, well, we found Chai. So I think what we're gonna do, this guy's outfit always cracks me up. I don't know why, he's cute. I think we're gonna go ahead and end the episode here. When we come back, we will continue on. And I might go pick up some of those, we can actually do this dungeon. Or the raid. Or pick up that weird quest up there. I don't know. We'll see what it is. But guys, I want to thank you so much for all of your support on this series. If you do want to see more of the Final Fantasy XIV online Let's Play, make sure to leave a like or subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time. Alright, bye-bye everyone.